Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome back. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. It's getting brick outside. I have to put the long sleeves on today. So, today we're actually going to dive into the world of taxes. Tax season getting ready to come around. So, we're talking about taxes a little bit more. So, we're going to be breaking down the difference between individual and business taxes and ensuring that you have the knowledge to master both of them. So, whether you're a coach, you're a consultant, or you're a service provider, I've got your back. But before we jump into today's topic, I got to introduce myself. So, my name is Shane Harris, and around here on all these social media streets, I'm referred to as Shane the Negotiator, and I help coaches, consultants, and service providers who are overwhelmed and lack guidance to achieve true financial freedom. And I do that by offering expert tax and coaching services. That is what I do. That is who I help. So let's continue on. So let's get an example. So imagine we have Jane, right? So Jane is a fitness coach and she's excellent at her job, might I add. But when tax season roll around, she's overwhelmed with her personal taxes and tax returns and does not deduct her home office expense. On the flip side, let's say we have Mike, who runs a consulting firm. So he fails to separate his business and his personal expenses, leading to lost deductions. Both Jane and Mike are losing money from these common mistakes and oversights that you coaches, consultants, and service providers are making. But with the right guidance, it can easily be avoided. So let's talk about individual taxes. So think of these as taxes that you pay personally that revolves around standard deductions. So the standard deduction is a set amount that reduces your taxable income. This amount can change annually. So I know from 2023 up until present, the standard deduction has been increasing each year. And it's due to inflation. I don't remember the exact numbers right now. So the standard deduction, it falls in line with your filing status. So that's married, married filing jointly, married filing separate, or head of household. Those are the four different filing status, and your standard deduction amount would be based on which one of those that you choose. Then we have itemizing. So rather than taking the standard deduction, which is a set amount that you can get at every year, you can actually itemize, meaning you deduct specific expenses like your mortgage interest and charitable donations or charitable contributions, however you want to word it. Then we have tax credits. Tax credits are one of my favorite because it reduces the taxes that you owe. So it reduces it dollar for dollar. So examples will include education credit and child tax credit. Now, if you make too much money, then you might not be able to take the deduction for the child tax credit because you may be over the income threshold. But making too much money or making more money is not necessarily a problem. Knowing what to deduct, what to write off, what credits to take, what deductions to take, that is actually the key. You can make as much money as you want to, but if you have the right deductions, you're not going to overly pay in taxes. And that is the key. So business taxes, on the other hand, pertains to you, the business entity. So here's what you need to know. So we have business structures. The tax implications vary based on your business setup. So whether you are a sole proprietor, when you're operating as in using your EIN, you're running a business, or you're using your social security number and you're considered a 1099, or you're an LLC, which you actually created a legal business entity, or you're a corporation, like a C corporation or S corporation, or you may have a partnership or something of the sort. Then we have eligible deductions from office supplies to business trips. These are various expenses that you can deduct. And then, of course, we have quarterly taxes that I know you guys are not always paying your quarterly taxes, but this is huge. So instead of an annual when it's an annual return, when it's time to file your taxes and you're trying to pay all your taxes, then you pay your taxes quarterly. Businesses often pay taxes quarterly. This avoids a big, huge bill at the end of the year when it's time to file your taxes. So those are some examples. And I made a video last week, Monday, where I went into starting. I talked about some of the different deductions and what is deductible and what is not. So if you have not watched that video, go back and watch last Monday's videos, and it gives you a little bit more example. Some of the things that I've spoken about. And it also is talking more so about solopreneurs. And as the weeks go on, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the different types of business entities that's available, and even the election that you can elect to be taxed as a corporation, and what does that mean for your taxes with the deductions that you are eligible for or not. So ready for some gold? I'm gonna give you a little bit of some tips. So here are my top 3 optimizing tips for tax season. Number 1, keep impeccable records. Your records need to be as meticulous as possible. So whether it's for you as an individual or a business, good record keeping make deductions easier and less likely to be audited. Now, stay updated on your tax laws. Now, I know this is a tough one because tax laws is changing sometimes by the minute. Between 2020 and now, the tax laws has changed tremendously, especially in 2020 when it was changing like by the second, it seemed. So being updated on your tax laws, ensuring you're informed to maximize your benefits. Now, I know the tax laws changes, and even us as tax professionals, it makes our head spin sometimes. So you as an individual or even as a business owner, you got so many other things to do. You don't want to have to be thinking about all these tax laws. So it's important to get with the appropriate professional, or you can get on the mailing list. So fortunately for you, I'm the professional, so you can actually get on my mailing list, because during tax season, you can get emails and updates on the different tax laws and the different deductions and credits and things is available to you that will help you throughout tax season. And last but not least, number 3, seek expert advice, especially for businesses. A tax professional can be invaluable. So if you do not have a tax professional, you can always reach out to me, and I can see what it is that I can do to help you out. So, and to wrap up today's video, it is not very long at all. Remember that mastering taxes is about understanding the differences and optimizing it for your situation. So whether you're filing for yourself or you're filing for a business, being informed and proactive is key. And hey, stay tuned for next week's live or next week video, where I dive into the bookkeeping blueprint, ensuring your finances stay organized and optimized. So I do not want you to miss that. And that's actually not even next week. That's going to be on Friday. So for the next couple of weeks, I will be doing a video on Monday or live, and also I'll be doing another video or a live on Friday. So you'll be getting 2 days. So it'll be Mondays at 6 p.m. and on Fridays at 8 p.m. That's when I will be having those lives or videos. So thank you for listening to me. And let me go ahead and drop my link before I leave, so that in case you need any assistance with tax services or anything of the sort, you can reach out to me at bit.ly/SD negotiator. Click that link. You can get on my email list. You can schedule a 15-minute chat just for us to give an introduction, to see who we are and what it is that you could potentially need and how I can possibly help you. Or if you need a consultation, you can use that for an investment. And there's a 30-minute consultation where I can actually give you a little more details and actual advice on what your situation is. So thanks again for listening. And until I come back Friday or some other time during the week with another tip, another trick, another secret, another something, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Monday.